Hey guys, my name is Brendan Maslin. I'm the General Sales Manager here at Pkwy Nissan in Hamilton, Ontario. Today, we're going to be taking a good look at the 2024 Subaru CrossTrek Wilderness. Some of you may question, why is this dealership selling a 2024 CrossTrek Wilderness? And that's a great question. We take notice and we pay attention to what people are looking for in our community. And we happen to know that the Subaru CrossTrek Wilderness specifically does very well. And we happen to be a big fan ourselves here at the store of this particular vehicle, and especially in this gorgeous alpine green. Here, let's take a look at it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, click the link at the top of the description for your YouTube only incentive. So really want to talk about the front end of the Subaru Wilderness. I want to point out some key things here that make this vehicle super unique in its segment. And it adds a little bit of flair from the manufacturer with what they've done in some of their design philosophy. LED headlights at the front, super aggressive and rigid front end grille with that infamous large Subaru badge, with the gold accents that they've done on this vehicle that really differentiates this particular Wilderness CrossTrek with any of the regular CrossTreks. Let's take a closer look at the front end here. One thing that makes this vehicle truly unique is the approach angle. So it has not only larger ground clearance when you get a spec'd out Wilderness package, but its approach angle on a Wilderness is at 20 degrees, meaning for those adventure enthusiasts, they're gonna do a little bit of off-roading or up to the cottage on weekends. This spec offers you greater ground clearance, so you're not gonna damage the undermount of this beautiful front end. Along the fender, Subaru does an awesome job with this magnificent black cladding. It almost looks carbon fiber-ish and has a nice texture to it. It's a great feature on this vehicle, and I feel like for anybody that owns one of these vehicles, the last thing they want to do is damage the vehicle or have a passerby or grocery cart at Costco damage the vehicle. This truly protects a lot of areas and high percentage of the body of the vehicle so that there isn't going to be any damage from any kind of accidents. As we move through to the side, when you get a CrossTrek Wilderness, it's special and unique only to this trim with Subaru Canada. It comes with Yokohama all-terrain tires in a gorgeous matte black finish alloy rim. The all-terrain tire, obviously much better for those people that are going down to the beach, going up to the cottage, or just for the person that's looking for a little bit more of an adventuristic drive. The tire is going to give it to you. Subaru, notorious for their Wilderness badging, making sure they differentiate this particular vehicle with any other CrossTrek that's on the market. Your beautiful side turn indicator, again, your bold as brass gold accents on the roof with your crossbars and roof racks that come with it right from the factory, no additional cost with that. Again, the same thing, the CrossTrek badging, again, differentiating the regular Wilderness to anybody else that's on the road. The one thing you'll know with this Wilderness edition, the ground clearance is much greater than the average version of a CrossTrek. There's a large gap in between, and that's just gonna give you that peace of mind for when you're getting into that adventuristic side of you, that you're not gonna be running into any issues with hitting potholes or rocks or anything else that you may encounter. A beautiful thing they also add to this particular model of CrossTrek is built-in mudguards. They give it to you on the rear and on the front of the vehicle. There's no additional cost from the manufacturer when it does come with that. And it's a great thing just to make sure, and again, back to the black cladding, that you're not kicking up those rocks and debris down the side of your car and not only dirtying it up or damaging that beautiful paint finish. Let's take a look at the rear. Now, I must say, I am a huge fan of the rear end of this vehicle. Always have been since the redesign of this vehicle came out just a few years ago, but especially in the Wilderness package. The Wilderness package, it does sit up a little bit higher than your regular CrossTrek, and it gives you a nice departure exit clearance when you're passing over those rocks or debris when you're doing some off-roading. And you'll take notice how high the rear bumper is in comparison to the ground with this particular model. I think it's very bold, it stands out, and it truly makes a statement to anybody behind you that this is very clearly a Subaru CrossTrek Wilderness. Again, pointing out the very famous gold accents that come on all Wilderness spec'd out Subarus. Make no mistake, that's what you're driving. Inside the rear of the vehicle, beautiful feature, no additional cost from the manufacturer. Again, comes with a gorgeous Subaru Wilderness all-terrain mat. I love the print and the camo look to this. Across the back here, comes with a tonneau cover. And this is a great thing for those golfers and those people that keep their tools and their expensive belongings in the rear of the vehicle, making sure that any passers-by, everything's kept safe and secure. So I've removed the rear cover here. Let's take a little look at how much cargo space you have here. If I drop the rear seats down, assuming no one's sitting in the rear of the vehicle for any road trips or any destinations you're going to, you've got a nearly flat floor in the back of this CrossTrek. Quite a bit of height, top to bottom, and the flexibility of that 60-40 split seating as well. Underneath this beautiful cargo mat, spare tire. I know we live in a time right now where some manufacturers have gotten away from a temporary spare. And they give you just a little air canister in the back or a tire repair kit. But with Subaru here, this is one thing that we still have, which is great. Again, you're gonna need that if you're hours away from getting your local tow truck driver to come assist you. In the back here, I love this feature. There's a on-off switch, and this would be great when there's not much light around you in the middle of the night for turning on the rear light. And I feel like this would be awesome taking it to the beach, or again, if you're going on like a fishing trip or getting a little crazy doing some hunting. There's some cup holders in the back that'll hold a Stanley or a Yeti with ease for those people that want to take advantage of that. Come on with me, let's jump inside and check out the interior of this gorgeous car. Lovely thing about this CrossTrek Wilderness, not only is it the Wilderness type on the outside, but they carry that into the inside. Let's first take a look at the headrests of all of these units have Subaru's Wilderness badging embroidered right on the actual headrest, driver's seat and passenger. The seating surfaces of this vehicle are a material that if you were to stain something on it, it'd be very easy to just grab a washcloth, wipe it right down, and you'd be stain free. As we go through, I love what they've done with the dash. We have a bit of the hard plastic for durability, some nice soft touches along for resting your elbows on for those long drives, and then the complexity with this carbon fiber like trim that they carry through the dash and all the way the front of the vehicle. They've really done a nice job. I sit here right now, I'm approximately 6'1", and I'm super comfortable. The seat gives tons of support for my back, my legs, and clear visibility if I were to be driving for a long distance and travel. It is filled with ample technology from Apple CarPlay, wireless charging down below, heated seats, USB, USB-C, and a massive screen that's really easy to navigate as we go through. On the steering wheel here, we have a heated steering wheel and all of our creature comforts at the ease of our two palms. We have our cruise control that is adaptive to this vehicle, and it will monitor the gap in depth between the vehicle in front of you with lane keep assist. And it has these really funky paddle shifters on here that just give it a much more invigorating drive. It has a massive rear view camera. If you're out on the campsite or out on that fishing trip on your next expedition, you're going to ensure that you don't run into anything in the rear. I must say I'm a big fan. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Subaru's done this wonderful black headliner. I know a lot of manufacturers are going into a gray or beige headliner. I think it gives a much more inviting, sporty feel inside of this particular CrossTrek with having this black. Definitely is a much more sportier looking vehicle to me. Comes with the sunroof, which gives power and tilt functionality. Let's hop in the back of the car so I can show you guys how much space is in the rear of this vehicle. I must say, guys, I'm quite impressed with how much space is in the rear of this CrossTrek. When I was sitting in the driver's seat, I didn't think that I would give myself this much room to sit back here with the comfort that I actually have right now. As you can see, I've probably got a good 2 inches of space of clearance between the driver's front seat and where I'm sitting now. It would be more than pleasant to go on a road trip with great length, and I'd feel quite comfortable in doing so. I love what they've done. I have ample headroom between me and the roof, and it has a very comfortable feeling, much like what the driver's seat did. I find that they've done a great job and put a lot of enthusiasm into making sure that anybody driving or sitting in this vehicle had a pleasant and comfortable feel, because the seats are very well bolstered and giving a lot of padding and support. I love the folding center armrest. It's great for those that have their coffee for water in the back for the long journeys. And I can't say anything or fault anything that I don't like about the rear. I'm quite impressed. It's comfy, feels great, and it's the place I'd want to be if I'm going on a lengthy drive. The Wilderness Edition does come with the rubber mats through the whole vehicle. Great feature to have if I were to spill my drink, or if you have your kiddos in the back that might make a bit of a mess at times. It happens. But also for the kids in the back that have their iPads for the road trips or iPhones, there's a USB-C and USB plug-in and capability for anybody in the back, so we're not having to feed wires through from the front. Let's go back outside and you can hear my final thoughts on this 2024 CrossTrek Wilderness. So under the hood here of this bad boy, we have a 2.5 naturally aspirated Boxer engine. The Boxer engine has been around for years with Subaru. It's become infamous for the brand, and it does a fantastic job offering 182 horsepower with incredible fuel efficiency and towing capabilities with this vehicle that are truly unmatched. The towing capabilities of this vehicle, offering 3,500 pounds, are far greater than its competitors in Mazda CX-5, Nissan Rogue, Ford Escape, Honda CR-V, and Toyota RAV4. That in itself, for the person that's going to the cottage, to the beach, or looking to get, again, a little bit more adventuristic with their daily life, this vehicle, I believe, is what offers you something that the others cannot. So if you're someone that's looking for that more adventuristic and sporty small crossover, look no further. The CrossTrek Wilderness is exactly why it's sitting here at our location. We sell all makes and models. Thank you so much for checking out the video on our beautiful CrossTrek Wilderness. Please leave your comments down below in the description. Let us know if this is something you could see yourself driving in the future. Hey guys, my name is Brendan Maslin. I'm the General Sales Manager here at Pkwy Nissan in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Today, we're going to be checking out a review on the 2024 Nissan Pathfinder. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, click the link at the top of the description for your YouTube-only incentive. Take a look at the front end of this new Nissan Pathfinder in this generation. What I love what they've done on this specific model is they've incorporated the LED headlights and daytime running lamps into a fixed design. As we go along and check out the front of the vehicle, Nissan has been infamous and known for their Pathfinder grille, where it's a 3-scoop design. Still on this next generation of Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan has now gone to a white embroidered style Nissan logo, and it's a bold in-your-face look. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of that. As we look down below, Nissan on the Pathfinder Platinum here specifically has added in frontal collision avoidance, emergency braking, and for those Costco mornings at 10 a.m. when you can't find a traffic or a parking spot, a front camera where you know exactly where the nose of the vehicle is. Taking a look here at the side of the Nissan Pathfinder, I want to point out to you one thing I really love that they've done. In a lot of new vehicles today, we're seeing a lot of manufacturers go to a brushed aluminum look, and then they add in a bit of a black flare or accent to those wheels that come from the OEM. Nissan specifically has been doing this a lot with many brands, but as we look here on the Nissan Pathfinder Platinum Edition, on these beautiful 20-inch wheels, it gives a bit of that flair. Here we have it. Moving a little further down the side of the vehicle here, this Pathfinder specifically is finished in the phenomenal Boulder Gray finish with the black two-top exterior two-tone. On the side here, black glossy mirrors finished with a turn signal, turn indicator, so when you're driving down those busy freeways and highways, you're gonna give some notice to the person that's driving beside you. As we move along, looking at everything here, Nissan, a little bit of chrome accent down the side. Also, let me know what you think of that. We're doing that on a lot of our vehicles, Nissan Rogue, Nissan Pathfinder, we've seen that specifically. We look at the top. Beautiful thing with Nissan, comes with the crossbars, not an additional add from the factory, right from OEM spec, comes with this vehicle. As we look to the rear of the vehicle, Nissan is adding this black cladding to a lot of our vehicles. I think it's a great thing. What we're seeing is a lot of vehicles, we all get it. There's times you're driving through the busy streets of your city and you hit a pothole or you're a little bit of off-roading, and if this is paint, it gets scuffed up real quick, right? Nissan is adding in the black cladding on all of our vehicles, and it just helps if someone's scuffed up against us with a shopping cart or their jeans or belt buckle. it's not going to ruin the paint finish on that vehicle for you. I think what people love about this new Pathfinder so much is the magnificent rear end. When you're driving down that road and you see this in front of you, it really pops and stands out. I love what they've done with Pathfinder right across the back. We're seeing that a lot with many manufacturers, specifically Dodge Ram, Ford Raptor, where they badged and brand the back of the vehicle. And I love what Nissan has done specifically here. We have that beautiful white embroidered logo at the front, or at the top here, and then at the very bottom underneath, the beautiful Pathfinder logo is underneath. So the one safety feature as well that's really important for backing the vehicle up or finding that busy parking spot, as we've all lived and encounter every single day of our lives, is the rear emergency braking that comes with this vehicle. If something's behind that you just can't see, or navigating your way through that, you've got this to help you guide and get you through those days. Also underneath here, we have our rear view backup camera, which also assists, and it also gives us predictive lines in showing where that vehicle is going to go. The one thing that is a massive thing that we talk about here with Nissan Pathfinder is it has class-leading towing. The Nissan Pathfinder, for specifically the 2024 and 2025 Pathfinders, have class-leading towing at 6,000 pounds. With the Nissan Pathfinder, from the factory, it has the hitch, again, no additional costs. Wiring for that Pathfinder already comes from the factory, no additional costs or dealer charges that'll come in addition to purchasing this vehicle. Let's get into the back of the vehicle. Power liftgate comes on Pathfinder Platinum. Beautiful thing about this is we all have our drivers and passengers that come with different height, and that's okay. The Pathfinder Platinum right now has been adjusted to open to this height right here, but probably a little bit low for what I would need. Beautiful thing with Pathfinder, we can raise it up a little bit more, giving myself a little bit more clearance. I'm about 6'1", and then we can just adjust the memory to this new height that we need, just like that. So come with me, let's have a look at the rear of the Pathfinder Platinum. Pathfinder Platinum from factory comes standard with cargo liner, rear protective mat, and as shown. In the back here, one thing that we love about it is it's a 3-passenger along the rear. Some manufacturers offer a 2, and then you have the beautiful captain's chair sitting in the second row for ease of transition for getting those passengers into the rear. I have 3 children. They're heavily involved in sports and in hockey. And I can tell you, based on my experience of having this exact spec and color of vehicle personally myself, that I can fit 3 hockey bags in here with ease and transport the kids to and from and be on the road on those hectic days back and forth from the arenas. In the summertime, if you're not into hockey, I can tell you, if you're going golfing with your friends or family, you can very easily get the golf bags here in the back, seat everybody comfortably in the beautiful captain's chairs, and have a wonderful day out on the golf course. Now, if you want to come with me, we'll hop inside the vehicle and take a look at the inside. Guys, sitting inside this new Pathfinder generation is freaking amazing. Sitting inside here, it has the chestnut interior finished with a beautiful, almost baseball-like interior. Super soft to touch, not cheap feeling, and they've really spent the money to make sure the ambiance inside this Pathfinder was what it should be for someone looking in this type of vehicle in this class. As we look around a little bit, this beautiful chestnut interior finished with a beautiful stitching across, a gorgeous brushed aluminum finish on the door panels, and a piano jet black gloss finish to the trim. They've really done a really good job in making sure that when someone's sitting in this Pathfinder, whether you have children in the back, grandparents in the back, or it's just a family of 1 or 2, that you're really gonna enjoy sitting inside this vehicle. I'm really taken back by the pure ambiance and look of how it looks when you're sitting inside this beautiful chair. The one thing I really want to put emphasis on is Nissan's done a fantastic job with their technology in a lot of their vehicles, but especially the new Pathfinder. The heads-up display, the 12.5-inch LED screen that we have for the driver's assist system is clear as anything. We've all been in cars where it's fuzzy and it's hard to see the speedometer and some of the things that you would see directly in front of you. It is crisp as anything, like you're watching a television on HD as I sit here in this vehicle right now. I'm surrounded by beautiful amenities and features with Pro Pilot, heated steering wheel. I have a beautiful flat bottom steering wheel to mention with the Nissan Pathfinder. They've done that with a lot of their vehicles that came from Nissan GTR and 370Z, and they've done this to give a bit of a sporty feel to the vehicle, and it helps with the ease and transitioning from getting in and out of the vehicle at any given time. Again, same thing with Nissan. They've added in that infamous now white embroidered logo right on the steering wheel, so you're never forgetting what vehicle you're in. Also with the lovely Pathfinder touches down at the bottom. And as we go through, we'll take a look here at the technology. Same thing here, looking at the massive screen that they've given us. It's very easy to use. You know, some vehicles, you get in them and it's hard as you're pushing through on different buttons. They're laggy, they take time. Not with the Nissan Pathfinder. It's prompt, it's quick as we navigate through and want to make changes, whether it's for audio, comfort, or simply for our temperature control. Everything here with Pathfinder is very easy and easy to use. Nissan Pathfinder Platinum, again, heated steering wheel comes in this model, heated seats for front and rear passengers, but also cooled seats. Day like today, it's 25, 26 degrees Celsius. I need that cooled seat, and that's helping me right now get through this. Up front here, we've got a beautiful wireless charger, USB-C, USB. If you're going to the beach and need to blow up any rafts or paddle boards, you've got a tool here to help you do so. Down below here, we've got a few different drive modes. Right now we have it in just a normal mode. There's an eco mode, sport, a mud and rut for those enthusiasts that want to get a little bit more adventuristic. We've got a sand mode if you're going to go out to the dunes, and an auto mode, which I typically drive it in most of the times, depending on where we're going. I want to talk a little bit about the gear shifts. Nissan's done a fabulous job in simplifying the shifter. We've all been in cars where we get in and it's clunky and it feels weird. Nissan, just simple buttons now, reverse, park, and for neutral. Simplicity sometimes is the winner here. In doing so, it's allowed Nissan to develop a storage space down below. So if you have your iPads, your purse, your wallet, if you have a massive phone that just won't fit up here above, you've got the space down below to do so. Just makes it a lot easier. Lastly here, we've got the auto hold, electric parking brake, and a auto on off when you're idling at those red lights to help with your fuel consumption. Nissan's done a fabulous job with the dual panel moonroof on Pathfinder SL, SL Premium, and Platinum. And it just allows a natural ambiance of light to come in for the driver, passengers, and rear occupants of the vehicle, giving a welcoming feeling wherever you're going to be going on your next road trip. Just want to highlight Nissan, same thing in this new Pathfinder, has done a fabulous job with making the best use of where they can for storage space. Down below here, I'll open up here, lovely glove box in here, got your owner's manual in here, lug nuts, key access, etc. And then above, they have a rubberized material here. And I believe they've done this here for those that maybe you're on the road all the time, maybe you're looking for something to add here, whether it be a pen or your glasses, and you can sit them up here in this lovely little spot, and it goes back about 7 to 8 inches. So it's in your peripheral vision here to access whenever needed. Down here in the center console, we've got about 16 inches deep and about 12 inches wide, a great amount of storage space. Being a driver here of the Nissan Pathfinder, I must say, we all have been there before. It's tough to give up that space and armrest to the passenger sitting beside you. So what Nissan has done here, they've given a super wide armrest with a massive amount of space down below. That's it for the front. Let's get in the back of the vehicle and check it out. We're in the back now of this Pathfinder. As I mentioned to you earlier in the video, I'm approximately 6'1". This is where I would sit with that driver's seat in the exact same position. Now sitting in the rear, the seats are adjustable. I'm fully back right now in the Nissan Pathfinder. And again, this model comes equipped with the captain's chairs. The captain's chairs, as I sit here right now, I'd welcome any idea to do a long road trip cross country sitting in the back here. I have ample space, tons of leg room, lots of headroom, and I'm comfortable. Alongside me here, I've got beautiful sized cup holders that would fit a Yeti mug, or for those that love their Stanleys. I've got sunshade for my children in the back, or for those that just don't want that extra vitamin D. Might get hot at times, we've all been there. Vents for the rear, lights of course in the evening when you want that extra mood lighting. Down below we have temperature control, heated seats for these captain's chairs, USB-A and USB-C down below, and a 120 volt plug-in down below here as well. As we move into the middle, this particular Pathfinder, the way it's equipped is a 7-seater, 2 captain's chairs, 3 in the rear, but it can be equipped with a bench seat across, which you could then get an 8-seater, giving you 3 for the middle and 3 for the rear. The lovely thing they've done for those that don't want to, if they have children's seats in the captain's chair here, is it's easy access to the rear. This console here in the middle is fully removable. Takes maybe 20 to 30 seconds, 2 screws, easily pop it out. So I'm actually gonna hop into that third row right now so you can get an experience firsthand and how I fit in the back. So I'm now in the third row of the Pathfinder. Some vehicles for someone my size, this just wouldn't be possible. Now, in saying that, if the driver was inviting me to come on a short journey to the ice cream store, I'd be game and in for that. But if they were telling me that I was going on a road trip down to Florida, I'd probably be opting for some airfare. I have to be honest. There are 3 seats back here where you could actually get 3 people my size. We've all been there before where we've had a buddy that needs you to bring along his children to play those extra sports and activities. If you had to, there are 3 seats in the back that can be quite comfortable for a short journey to your next destination. A great feature as well in the back of these new Nissan Pathfinders, it has USB plugins in the rear of the vehicle, so you're not fishing wires from the front of the vehicle to get your children's iPads or iPhones charged. Great feature I love in this new Nissan Pathfinder. Let's hop out of the vehicle right now and we'll get some final thoughts on what we think of the vehicle. In the heart and soul of this baby, a 3.5 naturally aspirated V6 engine that produces 286 horsepower and 261 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Thank you so much for checking out our video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, make sure you check us out at Pkwy Nissan, and we'll see you in the next video.